charge of the country had a different plan for the economy.
Mi smo odmah poslije 2000. godine prihvatili jedan neoliberalni program reformi koji se pokazao neuspješnim u 90. godinama u svim zemljama u tranziciji gdje god je bio sprovođen. To je takozvani Vašingtonski konsenzus. On je razrađen od strane Međunarodnog monetarnog fonda, Svjetske banke i administracije Sjedinjenih Američkih Država. To je jedan kodifikovani program ekonomskog neokolonijalizma koji se zasniva na 3 osnovna elementa. To je stabilizacija, liberalizacija i privatizacija. Ta financijska stabilizacija kod nas je shvatila i svela se na skoro fiksan devizni kurs, što je vodilo precijenjenosti kursa dinara.
This made Serbia unable to compete on the world market.
Možemo to objasniti na jednom jednostavnom primjeru. Ako pretpostavimo da smo bili preduzeća koje je proizvodilo ove olovke i prodavali tuce olovaka za $1 u Sjedinjene Američke Države, znači izvozili smo te olovke. Ukupni troškovi proizvodnje i izvoza tih olovaka naše preduzeće je koštalo, znači u oktobru 2000. godine, 50 dinara. Mi smo bili preduzeće koje dobro posluje. Proizvedemo, izvezemo, nas košta 50, dobijemo $1 koji zamijenimo jer tada je kurs bio oko 60 dinara i mi smo preduzeće koje dobro posluje.
However, in the next 3 months, by the end of 2000, Serbia had an average increase of prices by 52%.
Znači da bi mi proizvedli isto ovo tuce olovaka koje nam trebalo u oktobru 50 dinara, nama sada treba 75 dinara. Izvezemo te olovke ponovo u Sjedinjene Američke Države, dobijemo $, kurs dolara je ostao nepromijenjen i dobijemo 60 dinara. Mi smo već zatvorili svoj posao.
Thanks to stabilization, many domestic companies which could do good business had to close down.
Mi smo odmah izvršili dosta široku liberalizaciju. Mi smo sve carinske stope smanjili na jednocifrene, sveli smo ih de facto na 1/3, ukinuli skoro sva bescarinska ograničenja i omogućili da inostrana roba bude konkurentnija na našem tržištu, odnosno da naša roba bude nekonkurentna.
That's how many of the other domestic companies were destroyed, as they couldn't compete with subsidized foreign goods, many at dumping prices, so they too had to be closed down. With many companies closed down and destroyed, they were now being sold off by the state.
I ta prodaja preduzeća koja je vršena, sredstva od prodaje išla su uglavnom u budžet države i umjesto da se koriste eventualno za razvoj, koristili se za tekuću potrošnju.
Sproveli smo jednu zaista lošu pljačkašku privatizaciju. Svi građani Srbije to znaju. Mnogo ljudi je ostalo bez posla, 100.000 ljudi i znaju šta se sa tim preduzećima dešavalo. Uglavnom, novi vlasnici, menadžeri su kupili preduzeći radi biznisa iz koga su preko svojih offshore kompanija izvlačili novac. Tako da njima interes bile te kompanije, a ne osnovno društvo.
Hold on, who were the genius masterminds behind all this? I had a chance to chat with Dinkić in 2012 after a press conference in my hometown of Subotica.
Za ekonomsku politiku, stabilizaciju, liberalizaciju i privatizaciju tvrdi se da će doneti ekonomski prosperitet građanima, a Srbija je ekonomski urušena.
Što se tiče Vašingtonskog konsenzusa, cela ga Evropa svodila dok je on bio aktualan. On je bio aktualan 90. godina, početkom 2000-ih. Stvari su u životu, a i u ekonomiji promenljive. Dakle, ne možete istu ekonomsku filozofiju da gurate celog života jer onda ste budala.
But Dinkić didn't give up on the Washington consensus until it was too late. Under the rule of the post-Milosevic Prime Minister Zoran Đinđić, attracting foreign investors was priority number 1. So, many of the first firms offered on sale were intentionally assigned a book value of 1/3 of their true value. Sharply reduced tax rates were offered as further inducement for foreign investors. Yugoslavia was finally open for business.
Nije bitna cena po kojoj se nešto prodaje. Evo sad smo uzeli nazad za jedno.
To nije bitna cena.
Nije bitna cena. Bitno je da li možete zaposliti ljude i da pravite profit.
And employment was something Dinkić and his colleagues cared a lot about. Companies that were privatized first showed a decrease of 45% in employment over the first 2 years of private ownership. Instead of caring for the workers, the government actually decided to speed up the layoffs and came up with a new law requiring staff to be sacked prior to sale in order to attract investors.
Ma vi niste normalni.
Propisi su propisi.
Unemployment in Serbia steadily grew, quickly reaching 32% within 4 years. By 2012, it stood at 24%. Sounds better? Nope, just an illusion. Because Serbia adopted the modern American model for calculating unemployment, labeling those who weren't actively seeking jobs as merely out of the job market and technically not unemployed, even though they still had no jobs. If you included those, the real unemployment rate was at 34%. To put this in perspective, at its peak in 1933, unemployment during the Great Depression in the United States reached 25%, and that percentage was calculated in the old way, that didn't exclude a significant portion of workers.
I gdje smo mi sada stigli poslije 10 godina? Recimo, industrijska proizvodnja 2010, ona je za 11,4% manja nego 98. godine. Posjećam, 98. godina to je godina bila kad smo imali sankcije pred bombardom. Da ne spominjemo 90. godinu. Naša industrijska proizvodnja je više nego prepolovljena. Ona sada iznosi 46,7% proizvodnje iz 1990.
The West isolating and attacking Yugoslavia from 1992 to 2000 did great harm to the economy. But it seems that the West supposedly helping Yugoslavia as of 2000 made many things even worse. Why? From a historical standpoint, this made more sense.
Is it Greece? No. Is it the French Riviera? No. Is it Turkey? Austria? Switzerland? Rome? No, it's all Yugoslavia, a fascinating blend of all that attracts the traveler to Europe.
The country itself can best be described as the best of Europe.
Yugoslavia was an important player in the world, especially after World War II, when the United States took on the Soviet Union and made it its chief enemy. When Tito split from Stalin and formed a third way, not only Tito, this includes Nehru in India, it includes Tito, it includes Sukarno in Indonesia, and Gabdel Abdel Nasser in Egypt, and Nkrumah in Ghana. These are hugely rich countries with huge resources.
The socialist Yugoslavia was, in a way, a Casablanca of the Cold War. We were, neither in the West nor in the East, and we had relations with both. And Yugoslavia, as a leader of the non-aligned movement, had a role to play in this divided world.
There was a desire for neutrality, to avoid the arms buildup, to waste money, to use the resources of these countries to help people in their countries.
However, shortly after the split with the Soviets in 1948, Yugoslavia, still shattered after World War II, needed to consolidate its economy and began to receive loans from the United States and the World Bank.
Prvi kredit koji smo dobili u temelju te nastajanja jugoslavenske privrede dobili smo 1949. godine u visini od $3 milijuna. Uvjet za dobivanje tog zajma prema Sjedinjenim Američkim Državama i Svjetskoj banci bili su da Jugoslavija vrati grčke partizane iz Južne Srbije i Makedonije u Grčku. Po povratku istih u Grčku zapravo su Grci sve poklali.
The lives of those partisans were the price for the consolidation of Yugoslavia's economy. It didn't matter that Yugoslavia declared itself neutral.
John Foster Dulles, who was Eisenhower's Secretary of State, very clearly said that neutrality was immoral. It's just a strange concept, but that was his attitude, that communism had to be rolled back. So the U.S. was taking a very aggressive